Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. And good morning to you, Tara Johnson.
Good morning, Levon.
Well, we don't want people to miss out on the opportunity to see this very exciting event that's happening this evening. Tell us what time and where.
The National Danish Performance Team will be appearing at the Elkhorn Kimballton High School at 7 o'clock p.m.
Is there a fee?
There is a fee. It's $10 for adults, $5 for students, and students we consider 12 and even into college age. Then under age 12 is free.
All right, very good. And this is an event that's not going to happen again real soon. I mean, if you miss it now, I guess you have one more opportunity if you want to go to Omaha.
That's right. We have one more performance in the area. They'll be performing at the UNO SAP Fieldhouse on Sunday, October 24th at 2 o'clock p.m. And it's the same fee schedule for that performance as well.
Okay. You know, now I think when I think about gymnastics, I just think about all those people we see at the Olympics and so on, and there's a very special group in the USA that work toward that. But I believe this is quite different.
It is, and I'm glad you said that, Levon, because I was going to ask you what you thought of when you thought of gymnastics, and it is very different. Very different. Gymnastics in Denmark is really a way of life. And they consider it a sport for all and a sport for life, and they practice it at any level, any age, from very, very young into senior citizens age.
And is it required in school? Is that a part of their curriculum?
Yes, it is a part of their curriculum, and it's actually a part of their life. They incorporate it in many areas of their life.
So I'm guessing then they also provide places and spaces for those opportunities for all those ages of people. When you're at school, there you've got the gym, but when you get out of school, what do you do? When you're a senior, what do you do? So they must provide some spaces for that.
Yes, they do, and they want everyone to participate as long as they can.
Good, and kind of connected to a healthy body leads to a healthy mind.
That's right, and actually a goal of the NDPT is to inspire an active lifestyle. They want to promote sport for all, and then also want to inspire and encourage international understanding. It's also this tour is also, it's not just about gymnastics. It's also they support community relations and just goodwill. It's actually a world tour, so it's goodwill across the universe.
So Omaha and Elkhorn aren't the only places they're performing. They are performing across the United States.
That's right. Their tour began actually October 7th in Washington, D.C., and they'll be performing in Chicago, Illinois. They'll be in Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, Colorado, California. I believe they also have a venue in Portland, Oregon, and they're going to be ending up in Hawaii with the United States tour. They'll also be performing in Australia, Singapore, Japan, China, and I believe they end up in the Czech Republic, and it's a 10-month tour. They're actually gone for 10 months, almost an entire year.
Okay. And here we get to see them in little old Elkhorn, because you're very special.
That's right, and this is the second time they've been here, so we're really excited.
So, what kind of performance should people expect to see? Is this just going to be like we see on the Olympics, or more?
No, actually, their performance is a show. They have a name. It's this performance is called Club Neon, and they've got just a myriad of costume. In fact, one of our board members from the East Coast said the price of admission is worth seeing the costumes alone.
Interesting. Yeah, and if you were a cheerleader, you might find something here. If you just like to dance, you might find something here that would inspire you, as well as all the tumbling and the things that we expect to see.
That's right. It's dance, it's gymnastics, it's tumbling, it's comedy. It's just a number of different things all wound up into one.
Well, and that's good to let people know, because I'm sure, just like we started out saying, many of us have a very narrow view when we say gymnastics, and what you're saying is it's way beyond that.
It's way beyond that.
Yeah, very good. And do you have a little bit of history about, there was somebody back in history in Denmark that said, this is what we need to do, got it started.
I'm not really sure where that all started. I just know it's just been a part of their culture from the very beginning, with healthy heart, healthy mind, healthy body, and it's just from all those years ago to the present has just been a part of their culture. As for instance, the United States, we have gymnastics or in high school or junior high, or they might do it outside of it, but it's not normally a lifelong activity unless you're involved in it, maybe as a professional gymnast or in the Olympics or something like that.
Now, I remember seeing at the museum some pictures of some of the, I think they were teachers in the schools here, but they, were raised in Denmark. They came here and started some of those same programs, especially in our country schools. Am I remembering that correctly?
Well, yeah, we had a folk school here actually in Elkhorn a number of years ago, actually in the early 20th century, and they brought that. That's part of their culture here as well.
Too bad we didn't keep that up, right?
Yeah, right.
We're working on it in terms of keeping healthy, but it's a tough goal to conquer. And I think in some ways it is because we don't have those spaces that people can go to when they're older. Even walking down a street could be a challenge in some places.
That's right.
So we need to really work on that. And I know that Healthy Cass County is doing some work on trying to figure out where the streets need to be fixed and all that kind of stuff to allow people to do more walking in safe places, because it has to be safe. Have you seen this performance, Terry?
I have not seen the performance before. I'm really looking forward to it. I've gone to the website and looked on their ndpt.dk site. We also currently have a DVD playing here at the museum with one of their performances, and so I've watched it on there, and I see visitors to the museum gathering there to kind of get an idea of what they're in for.
Now, you mentioned their website. They can also go to your website.
That's correct. It's www.danishmuseum.org.
Okay, pretty easy to remember. Just the words all together, danishmuseum.org. And you've just continued to kind of help people find things, publicity. You have some other ways that people can see what's going on at the museum.
That's right. We're on Facebook. Also our website. We have a little vignette on the KGen spot, Across Oceans, Across Time. And so those are some of the spots that you can check us out on.
Yeah, I see you have 1,000+ fans on Facebook.
We do. Our recent Danish intern, Malene Ostergaard, that was her challenge before she went back to Denmark, was to get our Facebook fans up to 1,000.
Okay, it sounds like she succeeded there. And a fun thing to do, just kind of expand what you know about the museum.
That's right.
And, I'm just assuming that everybody who wanted to come to this performance tonight would know where to find it, but there might be somebody listening who doesn't.
Well, it's at the Elkhorn Kimballton High School, and the address for the school is 4114 Madison Street in Elkhorn. And
you come into town from the south, you're going to turn right to the high school. You can see it pretty much up on the hill.
That's right. It's just to the east. You can't miss it from the main street.
Yes. So, again, let's just remind people, time is
7:00 p.m.
Okay, and the fee is?
The fee is $10 for adults, $5 for students, and as I said before, that's any student, even up into college age, and then under 12 is free. And if you have not bought tickets already, we'll be selling them at the door, and there's plenty of tickets to go around.
Okay, very good. We want to thank you very much, Terry Johnson, taking time out of, I know, a very busy day for everybody at the museum, and visiting with us and reminding us about this really unusual opportunity to see the National Danish Performance Team.
Yes, and thank you, Levant. You won't be disappointed, I guarantee it.
Okay. Until next time, here's the thought. You will never possess what you are unwilling to pursue.